Lord knows, I have turned the other cheek as often as is humanly permissible. Nevertheless, despite my comely existence, I am constantly assailed with slanderous and disparaging utterances. I have now drawn the line. Please stop. If you don't, let this serve as my final warning to both sides. Don't incite me to testify. Consider this as an imminent nuclear warning. Enough is enough. I have no further tolerance for lies, your deception, nor your insolence. If your calumny persists, none of you would have to guess who is coming to dinner. And that's at the courthouse. It's time to speak the truth, be honest. Tell the world that Michael had severed all relationships with every member of his extended family before he passed, and explain the reason for his action. I bet you won't do that. End. Yeah, well, everybody's asking me about, what I'm going to do with this wrongful death lawsuit. And, I guess there are all these ideas out there, but I can tell you this. I have absolutely no interest whatsoever in the legal battle that exists with this wrongful death lawsuit of Michael Jackson. I just want to be left in peace. It is my prerogative to invoke my Fifth Amendment right at any time that I choose. I too have my own legal battles to contend with. I strongly believe, however, it is to the benefit of both parties that I do not testify in their legal proceeding. If I am compelled to speak, my candor will cause one party or the other to experience the impact of an immediate seismic shock. It would be so stunning. It would be equivalent to an implosion of Leviathan disproportion and resulting in irrecoverable consequences, or a total and complete debacle for one side versus the other. It is best to leave me alone. I pray they would take heed and not include me in this matter. That's basically how I feel. What do you think? Number one, I was initially offered the position of being the personal physician of Michael Jackson and his 3 children by Michael himself. Number two, I later learned from Michael that AEG was involved in the hiring process and they wanted to hire a less expensive doctor. Michael also told me the head of anesthesiology of Cedars-Sinai Hospital in Los Angeles agreed with AEG to take the job for $40,000 per month. For reasons that's too inflammatory to discuss at this time, Michael refused the inducement and the offer. Number three, both AEG and Michael Jackson were my joint employers. Number four, any and all requests pertinent to my treatment of Michael, other than orders of myself, were requests of Michael and not AEG. I took no orders for treatment from Michael, nor AEG, and AEG never ordered me to give Michael any specific treatment. They justly should be absolved of this accusation. Number six, Michael was besieged with all types of pressure. The return of the Jackson 5, for example, a pay-per-view program. He did his best to avoid signing this. He was under tremendous pressure from his family to do so. He was afraid his family was going to kill him if he did not sign it. But he did not want to be a part of the Jackson 5. That, according to Michael, was a thing of the past. He had moved on. He was Michael Jackson by himself. The demands of that contract was very, very severe and harmful to Michael. This is the gist of it. His Papa Bear, nickname, ordered and demanded $1 million paid to him of the contract. His Mama Bear also demanded $1 million for herself. Each of the brother bear needed $500,000 each. Michael did not have that money, and he was in an abysmally deepening trough from soaring loans from AEG, which exceeded $40 million at that time. Number 7. To the best of my knowledge, AEG was not aware of my medical treatment of Michael. Michael referred to AEG as snakes and said they were too intrusive in his personal affairs. He asked me to stay clear of his manager, Frank DeLeo, whom he did not trust. Number 7. From Michael's lips to my ear, no single individual exerted as much pressure on him as Kenny Ortega, the co-producer of the This Is It tour. He hated Ortega, but Ortega was not astute enough to recognize how much pain he was causing Michael, who by then had lost his mental fortitude and whose metal had become exceedingly listless. I may have displayed an acrimonious tone when I told Ortega to leave the doctoring to me, but I certainly was not caustic. I was merely trying to protect Michael from his assailant, Kenny Ortega. Finally, I'd like to say this message is just a single ray or monofilament of light into the secret life of a man, my friend, and one whose suffering and pain I still hold. But one day soon, I'll share with you his full spectrum of lights and the kaleidoscope of events that colored a wretched past. Now you've heard the message. The rest is entirely up to you. Be just and stay thirsty, my friends. Dr. Murray.
Today is a relief to break my silence, yet let it be known that I continue to mourn the loss of my dear friend Michael Jackson. Additionally, I could find no words satisfactory to summarize my affection for Michael. For you to have known Michael as closely as I did, you too might have problems adequately describing the relationship. Michael had lots of acquaintances, but he and I knew our relationship was purely one of a true friendship. Over the years of knowing Michael, I became not only a friend and physician, but a sounding board for his personal problems and emotional pains. Despite our relationship and conversations, I am now made aware through recent media reporting that he failed to share with me any problems involving his alleged addictions with medications. Nonetheless, I believe this is not the time to continue demeaning nor assassinating his character in the media. We must remember Michael for the good he has done for society. We must also be conscious that no man, no woman, with the exception of the innocent child, is absolutely free of hidden skeletons. Therefore, the next time you look in the mirror, before passing judgment or condemning someone, take a good look at yourself. And if you are not 100% sure that when scrutinized, no fault could be found, then you may have earned that right to criticize. I pray that you celebrate his life in a positive light for all the good that he has done while on earth, so that his memory will be more celestial. For the media and the court of public opinion, let us not perish in the flood of negative reporting. Maybe some good news might be more rejuvenating than you think. Why not give good news a try and lighten up on Michael for a change? Thank you.